Hello and welcome to a very, very tired episode of The Brave Room. I'm your host, Juan Amirul, and with me we have...
Kit, the other person of the Brave Room.
Yeah! We have just survived E3.
Yeah.
But now we must still survive Evilak. That's a reference for like two of you. E3 is over.
Officially over after Xbox decided to pull and one more thing.
Yeah, okay, we will get to that. We will get to that. But before that, don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what topics you want to see us cover in future as well. So, I'ma be real with you. I don't know if you know this, but the world is kind of over. Society has kind of collapsed in the past year, you could say. And we did not have an E3 last year because Jeff Keighley was still assembling a group of adventurers to chase the bandits out of his camp. Anyways, this year we had the formal return of E3, and surprise, it's very hard to make AAA games when you're worrying about dying to a deadly lung virus.
Yes, sir.
So what did you think about E3 this year, Kit?
E3 this year for me was basically, I think, because I spoke 2 games into existence, I have won.
Right, okay, screw going over every show. Let's talk about that. We willed games into existence. We are genuine psychers now. So, Kit, the much more experienced psycher, willed 2 games we never expected to see again into existence. What are they, Kit?
They were Advance Wars and WarioWare.
Yeah, we freaking got a new WarioWare in the year of our Lord 2020. All it took
2021.
Jesus Christ, time isn't real. All it took was the entire world's economy to come grinding to a halt before game developers got so desperate for a game they could put out now that they would make a new WarioWare. I say
So
this...
my total is at 3, you know?
This is the 3rd game Kid has willed into existence, because first we had Legend of Mana on this podcast. You willed Legend of Mana into existence.
Yep.
And then, you know, like how in Harry Potter, they say that you don't need a wand to cast magic, but most people do. People who can cast it without the wand are like super powerful.
Yeah.
So Legend of Mana was you using a wand because you needed this podcast to will it into existence. Advance Wars and WarioWare, you did that in our coffee break.
Like we were discussing all like vintage TM game trailers, and I was like, man, I kind of miss Advance Wars, you know? The music was pretty banger. And what do you know?
What do you know? You willed WarioWare and Advance Wars into the world. Now, you may be surprised. I said I willed something into existence as well. I can't remember if I did it on this podcast, but we got a new-ish Fatal Frame.
It's saved from the Pachi slot, sort of.
Better than that, it's saved from the f***ing Wii U. So they announced Maiden of Blackwater, which was previously a Wii U exclusive game for all 5 people who had a Wii U, and all 2 of those people who like proper Japanese horror. So yeah, we got Maiden of Blackwater. Comes out PC, PS4, and Nintendo Switch.
It comes with a photo mode because people apparently have a sense of humor now.
Yeah, you know what? That game deserves it. I also like you can dress up your cute schoolgirls as well. Stay classy, Konami. Gothic Lolita goes through scary Japanese mountain.
Totally in character.
I'm all in for it. Whatever makes it slightly less scary. Dude, Fatal Frame's terrifying, man. Fatal Frame is terrifying. So originally I had planned to pitch this show as a let's go through the conferences one by one. But let's be real, most of the was boring. Like Wow, you want 20 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy?
I mean, it's fine.
No, it's not. You're lying to yourself. Listen, okay, we need to unpack my backstory with Guardians of the Galaxy right now.
Alright.
So, 2012, Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes comes out. It's a really good cartoon just before the Avengers movie comes out, the MCU one. And Earth's Mightiest Heroes had this whole thing where it would introduce a bunch of really, really niche superheroes for like one-off episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they introduced this group called the Guardians of the Galaxy, who are described as like space Avengers. They all wear military uniforms. Main character wears a sick gas mask, and he's voiced by Master Chief. And I'm like, holy shit, these guys are cool. I then proceed to spend all of my government money book vouchers on Guardians of the Galaxy comics.
Yeah. Money well spent. Thanks, government.
Yeah, the entire like main arc that they were introduced in, I have all of them except for one volume, I think. Anyways, then they announce, hey, we're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie a few years later, right? And I thought, oh, that's not too bad. And then I see the new design for Star-Lord. He doesn't quite have the gas mask, and instead of a military uniform, he's wearing like a coat. And I'm like, that's not too bad, I guess. And then that's the only design he's ever allowed to have anymore. And then because he's played by Chris Pratt, his design is now... he has to be a goofball. He's not allowed to be like dry humor anymore, which is what he was in the comics.
Sin peace.
Also, he's not allowed to be a puss hound anymore, apparently.
A what?
Dude fucks in the comics.
Uh-huh.
I think so. Was it him or Nova? I can't remember.
I mean, it's implied he goes around, I guess.
No. Maybe in the first movie it was, but now he's just like, I'm a goofball, I can't talk to girls. Oh. But yeah, so then I see this new Square Enix Guardians of the Galaxy game. And again, it's the MCU one, but with this douchey, like, what's it called? That hairstyle. Faux hawk. Yeah, he's got this gross faux hawk on his head. And he just looks so generic, and I'm just, I miss my military uniform Master Chief man. Bring him back. So yeah, I'm mad. I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy anymore.
Sorry. But hey, it's okay, because WarioWare should be fun as ever, and Advance Wars has somehow become very round. They're so smooth now. It's kind of creepy.
I know nothing about Advance Wars.
You really need to look up the original, because they were Pixar. I believe they were DS games only before they kind of got a port on the 3DS. That one I'm not so sure, because I didn't really play them. But now that I'm seeing the artwork again, I'm just what happened to you? Did someone just rub some sandpaper over you guys?
That's the price of coming onto the Nintendo Switch. No more blocky shapes, only curvy. Also, we need to talk about chaos.
Chaos. Oh my chaos.
Oh,
okay,
God.
before we properly get into chaos, I was on shift for Square Enix, so I had to look at all the trailers and stuff. And at the last time I checked it, which was about probably a couple of hours ago, the ratio has dipped like around 60-40 dislikes to likes on the Chaos trailer. But because nobody mass disliked Legend of Mana's opening movie, I think I'm okay with this.
Okay, so Leia, let's talk about that, because Final Fantasy Origins Strangers of Paradise, supposedly a retelling of Final Fantasy 1.
Prequel?
It's definitely prequel, at least. It's either prequel or retelling. But anyways, that was one of the worst trailers I've ever seen, and I'm convinced it's on purpose. So remember how I was complaining about generic white man? So the Warrior of Light is a generic angry soldier man
Named Jack.
named Jack with the most hideous shirt in existence. And all trailer long, all he says is chaos.
Chaos.
You don't understand. I need to kill chaos.
Chaos.
I watched it with my brother, and there's a long chunk when no one says anything. And then
Yeah.
Jack walks into frame. My brother goes, "Watch, I bet he's gonna say something about chaos." And he literally just says the word chaos.
Make sure to put the ellipsis there. It's important.
And yeah, so that's totally like a garbage fire of a trailer. Here's the thing, I tried the demo 24 hours after they said it was up because it didn't work because chaos. That's not a bad game. Like, it looks like it's going to be a solid like 8 out of 10 game. The combat is Neo specifically, which I didn't think I'd enjoy as much as I did. The boss fight is really, really fun, where you fight chaos. You have to parry his attacks. You cannot fight him without using the parry mechanic.
Also, maybe we should have like a counter for chaos just for the heck of it.
Ben, put it in the video, bottom of the screen, chaos counter for every time we say it.
And we better pepper it intentionally with chaos just to make the joke overused to hell and back. Yeah!
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the game's actually not that bad. Here's the thing though, performs like ass. It looks like a PS3 game and somehow still has frame stuttering on the PS5.
That's an F, dude.
It'll probably be cleaned up in the final version, but whatever. There was another Final Fantasy thing that happened. What was it?
You mean the pixel remaster thing?
Oh no, I was thinking of Integrate. Never mind. Integrate came out, whatever. That's not E3 related. There were some really cool looking indie games, or like non-AAA games as well. We got Solstice, which is basically Berserk the game. I don't know, have you seen all the Solstice stuff I've been posting on GamerBraves.com? Asia's leading games media site?
Only briefly looked at it, but I mean, I'll look forward to seeing Iron Pineapple grilled, I guess.
You don't understand. Okay, the main character is literally Guts, but a girl.
Alright.
She's Byleth in Guts cosplay. Like, the armor is almost identical. She has an eye patch, and only one of her arms is armored, just like Guts. She has the Dragon Slayer on her back. Like, holy shit, that's intentional. The game looks great. Listen. Okay, audience, calm down. This is not me shitting on the game. My favorite game is an equally blatant Berserk ripoff.
Do tell.
Dark Souls, man. The great.
Oh, speaking of which,
yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I was saving it for the last story here.
All right.
But since you brought it up, yeah, Elden Ring's real.
Elden Ring's real, and you weren't awake for that.
I wasn't awake for that. I woke up to a text from you where you're like, Elden Ring is real.
Hey, wake up! I'm spraying that fire can on you.
You know what my favorite part about it is?
Yeah?
It wasn't at E3. Bandai Namco didn't show Elden Ring at E3.
Yeah, it was Summer Games Fest. I mean...
It was Jeff Keighley, the Dorito Pope, brought Elden Ring to us. And once again, Miyazaki has shown that he hasn't read another manga since he picked up Berserk. God. Okay, so let's talk a bit about Berserk references here.
Alright.
So Dark Souls 1 has a pretty blatant Berserk reference in Artorias the Wolf Knight.
Okay.
So Guts from Berserk. His armor set looks like a wolf. He has one busted arm and a big sword that he carries over his shoulder. And is like the inspiration for pretty much every big sword anime character you know. Wolf Knight Artorias, or I guess Abyss Walker Artorias, has a busted arm, a wolf-themed armor set, and a great sword that he carries over his back.
I wonder what you could be talking about.
Yeah, and then it only gets worse from there, where you have Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 have the great sword, which just looks like Guts' great sword from Berserk. And the description even calls it a raw chunk of iron, which is how Miura Sensei describes the great sword in Berserk. There's that really great line where it's like, you couldn't even call it a sword, it was just a giant chunk of iron. And then, somehow, Elden Ring trailer shows up, and there is a straight up Wolf Knight with, I think, a busted arm and a sword over his back.
Fictional character Donut Steel.
Yeah. And also there's the giant tree, which is also from Berserk. Same as the Dark Sign and all that. But yeah, no. Miura... No, not Miura. Miyazaki, I love you, man. Never change. Maybe read a new manga at some point, but never change. Holy shit. Oh, man. It feels good to know that Elden Ring's real. And it's coming like next year.
Yeah. Provided the world hasn't like collapsed completely.
Oh no, that
Elden Ring is in.
That will make it come out even more. The worse a state the world is in, the more Elden Ring comes out.
Alright, I'll hold you to that.
But yeah, this is a really like lightning round because there was a lot of news that just kind of like we can't gobble it all too much.
Thanks to our time zone, that means all of us were like exhausted as hell.
Yup. Oh, I want to talk about the Smash reveal. Holy shit, that was a good Smash reveal.
Yeah, I saw the memes about it.
No, okay, so you need to know what it was like watching it live. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this was the start of the Nintendo Direct. Me and Ben were watching it.
Alright.
And do you remember what the Breath of the Wild 2 teaser trailer looked like? Like the one from the first one that they showed.
Very vaguely.
Okay, so let me refresh this for you. The Breath of the Wild 2 teaser trailer was a dilapidated skeleton of Ganondorf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it was like... it looked like it was being cradled, kind of. So, Nintendo Direct starts. We all know Breath of the Wild 2 is the biggest announcement that we're waiting on, right?
Uh-huh.
And it starts with a healthier looking Ganondorf in that same position, still looking super dilapidated and shit, right?
Okay.
Not a skeleton, but not great. And he's being carried by something, and it cuts to a shot of a cliff and some lava. And we're like, oh man, this is Breath of the Wild 2, huh? And then, now, here's a one backstory fact. Even though I do not play Tekken, I love how stupid Tekken's plot is. And so every single time I have seen someone get thrown off a cliff, I make the exact same joke of, holy shit, this guy's a Mishima. Because Heihachi Mishima throws his son Kazuya off a cliff in an act that can only be described as parenting. And so I was about to make that joke. Like I was like, holy shit, Ganondorf is a Mishima. Couldn't even finish the sentence. Kazuya is the next Smash character. Holy shit. It was Nintendo. They're in on the meme. I don't know if you've seen Kazuya from Smash. Kazuya from Tekken. But he is the edgiest looking jerk I've ever seen. Are you familiar with him, Kit?
Only very vaguely, as if he's been played in like competitive game highlights, then yes.
I think so. I don't know. Again, I know nothing about Tekken. But the rest of the trailer is him throwing the rest of the Smash cast off a cliff.
Congrats, question mark.
I love it. I love the fact that characters keep getting f***ed in every Smash reveal. They keep getting murdered. But yeah, he throws Captain Falcon and a bunch of others off a cliff as well. We don't know that much about him yet. Like, he has a bunch of his Tekken moves, but since I'm not a Tekken player, I couldn't tell you. I hope he has Electric God Wind Fist.
That just sounds like gibberish to me.
Okay, so he has this move. I think it's called Wind Fist or something like that.
Alright.
It is an uppercut. It's a really powerful uppercut.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can input it again, a second time, within 3 frames of accuracy, like, it will combo. He'll do it again, and it'll have like an electric effect. That's why it's called Electric God Wind Fist.
Alright.
So that I want to see him do it in Tekken. I want to see the salt. I want to see.
You mean do it in Smash?
Yeah, I want to see him do it in Smash. Sorry. I want to see the salt. I need it. I need to see people complaining that they're getting electricked. Oh man, it's great. Also, unlike the Pyra Mifra trailer, where it took forever to get to the reveal, this was like the first 3 seconds.
Yeah, just take it.
Yeah, because it was just Ganondorf being thrown off the cliff by Kazuya. Oh man. But yeah, that's a lot of really cool stuff at E3. Not quite as like, bang, you know, because Sony wasn't there this year.
I mean, Sony hasn't been there for like 2 years, 3 years now.
Well, they always have an event at E3, like at the same time. That's what I mean. Xbox, what do we have? It's weird covering Xbox as a Malaysian news site because Xbox is not officially like launched here, and their biggest sales pitch right now is Game Pass, which you can't get here without, you know, some loopholes.
I mean, if they could partner like Disney Plus eventually, you know, maybe licensing, I don't know.
Just fucking launch Game Pass here.
No.
Like, it's stuff like, okay, cool, Forza, but we can't get it here, so what's the point? We also had like the Halo Infinite stuff, which is, you know, multiplayer. Free to play though, which I'm surprised.
What, really?
Yeah, the Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free to play.
Oh, cool. Well, okay, I guess. I mean, it's less relevant to me, but cool. I hope you guys out there are winning, like us, I guess.
But yeah, for me, like, Elden Ring and Fatal Frame were probably my biggest, like, wins from the show.
For me, Square Enix, I did say I would forgive you if you showed me a new Legend of Mana trailer, but would it have killed you to show more than like 30 seconds of it on your show?
Yeah, it's like a 10-year-old game. You could show more stuff.
But I didn't expect that. Give it a whole new animated trailer. So like, thank you, sirs, for this. At the very least, you rescued it from the PS3 shop before they decided, okay, never mind, we're not going to close it anyway. Mm-hmm. And now I can harass all my friends to buy it.
Oh, there was one at the Guerrilla Collective as well. It's called Hunt the Night. It looks like 2D Bloodborne with Monster Hunter style level design, and I'm very excited for that.
Which platform is that going to be on?
PC at least. I can't remember. And
I mean, basically everything. I'm just looking forward to people breaking it completely in speedruns.
Nice. Also, there was a Replaced, which, yeah, okay. So that's the thing I wanted to bring up about the Xbox thing. A lot of games are doing that Octopath art style now. I don't know if I like it anymore.
The HD 2D thing.
The 2D pixels on 3D planes, yeah.
That's what they're officially called, anyway.
Yeah. It's just like, okay. I mean, it looks good now, but I can see myself getting sick of it next year. It's kind of like how 16-bit used to be the default indie game art style.
Yeah.
So now I think they're moving to the Octopath. The 3D lighting, 2D sprites, 3D background, yeah. And this was also announced during Jeff Keighley's thing, but this is an announcement that affects no one in the world except for me, by the way. Death's Gambit's expansion is coming out this year, and I'm very, very excited for that.
I mean, you and whoever else who bought a copy, I guess.
I guess.
Never mind. You specifically. It's catered only to you.
I haven't found anyone else who's played Death's Gambit outside of me and the one guy who, when I streamed it, was hanging out in my chat. Those are the only two people I know who played the game. Me and that one other person. Oh god. But yeah, no. It was a very like mellowed out E3. I guess we got that Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We should have brought Ben on here to talk about that.
Doki Doki, I tried playing it. I got to the first act and I couldn't take it anymore. So call me a boost or whatever all you want. But no, that game ain't for me.
Yeah, definitely. And also we had like... Okay, why did Capcom even bother having an E3 show this year?
I guess they needed to meet like some sort of investor quota.
Because like Capcom's big money makers are out. Like the first half of the Capcom E3 show was literally just them going like, thanks for the money by the way. Yeah, Resident Evil 8, it's out. You know.
Yeah, we're getting DLC. Yeah.
Well, making DLC, we have nothing to show you about the DLC, but you're getting it. Monster Hunter Rise, you know, there'll be another big update soon. Wait for that. They say while sitting on a beanbag made of money.
The stuff is like coming out either this like in the next 2 months, so that's really just nothing.
Not even 2 months, 1 month. Ace Attorney and stories come out in July.
I mean, you know, it's towards the end of the month. It's technically.
Yeah, it's like super close. Also, yeah, Square Enix didn't show anything about The World Ends With You, did they?
They did not.
Guardians of the Galaxy, though, and Marvel's Avengers.
Yay.
God. Could have been worse. They could have doubled down on Balan. Shout out to Balan Wonderworld for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, Balan. I mean, people will rescue that horny design someday, but
someday.
Today.
There's been like a fan project for the past few years trying to bring Sonic 06 back into people's good graces.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I guess Balan's in the queue. But yeah, no, very somber E3, not that much. There were no fighting game announcements, which is fine for me. Because, you know, Guilty Gear Strive is out right now, and that game's fucking amazing.
When is Evo supposed to be anyway?
August.
August.
And your boy is signed up.
If other fighting games, well, that's not my ballpark, but I know the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus that I got solely just for in-game codes. The next character reveal will be next week, I believe.
Oh, they didn't do it during E3?
Yeah. No, by the time the podcast comes out, it's probably end of the week because they said that at Summer Finals Rage, they will be premiering the trailer.
Sweet. I'm hoping...
And that's the last one for Pass 2.
Are they gonna do a Pass 3?
No idea, man.
I honestly don't think they are, because I think Arc System works as just like... Yeah, no clue. What if the final character for Grand Blue Versus is Goku?
That would be very interesting, because that means we'll be getting a collab event and we're getting goodies, I guess. I mean, the only thing on my mind is just in-game goodies.
Goku is too strong and is now after becoming half of the roster for Dragon Ball FighterZ, it will now infiltrate other fighting games as well.
Yay!
But yeah, that's E3, I guess. And that's it from us. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite highlight from E3 was this year. Also, just a special screw you to Tim Schafer, who just went on a tangent about Psychonauts 2.
I mean, I missed Psychonauts 2, but I never got to finish it because the controls were so awkward.
No, you don't understand, Kit. Okay, so you know how the typical deep dive is?
Yep.
I'd be like, so this is our first level, and this is the setup, you know, Raz is going through a divorce or whatever, and we'll have so much more to show you later, but you know, make sure to check out Psychonauts 2 when it comes out. Imagine that, but he doesn't wrap it up. He then talks about, and in the next level, you do this, and in the next level, you do, and I'm like, dude, you're spoiling your game. Cool it. I should point out that this Xbox presentation was at 2 in the morning, and I was very, very grumpy. So yeah. But anyways, that's it for us from the Brave Room. See you.
Yeah.